victory, fourth quarter defense. The Knicks were down 16 points in 1 point of the game, but again, defense stepped up in the second half of the game. The Knicks were sloppy in the first half. They were kind of sloppy in the first half. I watched the game. They fell behind about 16 points by the third and fourth quarter, but they stepped the defense up. Brunson, who was hot for the whole game, turned it up even more, scoring 13 points, consecutive points, down the stretch to help kill the double-digit 16-point lead, and helping the team win their first championship since 1973. 53 years, Darryl. He was also named the Conference Finals MVP and the NBA Finals MVP. So, 1973, Darryl.
I was probably about 6, 7 years old. Now how long that's been?
That's a long time.
That's over a generation. That's a half a century. And you know what? When this final started, no one gave the Knicks any chance. Everybody assumed it was OC and San Antonio. Congratulations to the Knicks. Now that you won, you pulled a major upset because you was never given a chance. They were the underdogs, and they beat the Spurs in 4-1.
Well, I told everybody that I've been saying it for a while. I thought the Knicks had the second best bench in the NBA. Now, what have I always preached? Since you've known me, what have I always said?
The bench makes a difference. And the difference, the coach last year of the Knicks, he only used 7 to 8 players.
Yep.
When Mike Brown came along, he used 10, 11, 12. He utilized that bench. And folks forgot, the Knicks were the hottest team in the playoffs. Now, San Antonio, don't get me wrong, you had a great year, but you were too young. Only 3 teams made the finals in the history. OC, the Spurs, and the 77 Portland Trail Blazers. They were too young. The Spurs could have been up 3-1. They lost 2 games. The game was up by 29 points.
Yep.
They should have won that game.
They should have won this when it was up 16.
It was up 16.
See, you know what? I say it, and I know y'all probably getting sick of hearing me say it, but I don't understand not keeping a lead. They want to shoot them threes once you got the lead. Go to the hole, draw the foul. If it's the long game, so what? You guys are trying to win a championship. I don't understand being up 16 points and kicking it back out to the 3-point line. It's wonderful if it works. Let's be honest, it's wonderful if it works. But when we were coming up there was something called high percentage shot. Which was more high percentage shot? A 3-pointer or going to the hole for a layup?
Going to the basket for a layup and draw the foul. And not only that, when the Spurs were up by 21, they're by 29 in game 4. The big fella should have came out the game. He played too long in that game. In the fourth quarter, he was huffing and puffing. His fatigue set in. And that gave the Knicks all type of reason to come back with that game.
Well, you know why that was? That's because I don't think the Spurs' second big man is as dominant.
No, he's not.
See, and that's what I come around, and that's why I said, I've always said it, a bench is a good bench can get you a championship, because when you can go to the bench, like, okay, you're not going to get what your superstar is bringing, but if you can go to the bench and bring in the cat that's getting you another at least 10 points while your 8 to 10 points while your guy's resting, 3 or 4 rebounds, a block or 2, that's keeping the momentum going. When your big fella or anybody they got tired, you need somebody that can step in just for the 2 or 3 minutes they need that rest. But they got to be able to score about 2, 3, 4 times. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
That's called role players. Think of in the past, the Bad Boys, the Lakers, Benny Johnson, what was his role? 6-man role players. While Isaiah and Joe
the Bulls had championships. They had 3 stars and everybody was role players.
They come in, get those 10, 12 points, keep the team in the game. Mm-hmm. The fourth quarter, you bring in your starters then. The first coach, I'm not going to knock him too bad. He's a young coach. He still learning how to make adjustments. The old coach with Tim Duncan now, that, trust me, great purpose, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. And like you said something once before, you said the Knicks last year, the coach didn't utilize all of his players. And see, do I think he should have got fired? No, because he beat Boston and shouldn't have. Yeah. But do I think this coach did a better job? Yes, because he utilized that bench. And You have to. I'm sorry. When it come down to winning a championship, you got to have a decent bench. Now, have there been a couple of teams that won a championship without a deep bench? Yes. Golden State won one of their championships. They bench wasn't too deep that year. They had like two or three people coming off that bench. But is it going to happen all the time? No.
Saints, you know the difference between last year and this year? Same team, different coach, different results. And the Knicks won.
Yep. Congratulations to the Knicks. Okay, so there's a conversation that I know everybody has about the NBA. And I'm going to try to stay as non-biased as I can. Darryl, I'm going to try. So, LeBron James has made a statement. Stated that he's the GOAT. That he says that he's the greatest player of all time because of that 3-1 deficit. Remember when they were down 3-1 against Golden State in 2016, and they came back and won the series. This is why he's saying he's the GOAT, because of that. Now, here at R&D Sports Talk, we're saying, I don't know. Now, everybody knows I'm partial to two players. Now, believe it or not, people won't believe this, but I liked Kobe Bryant, but he wasn't my. I liked Kobe, I did. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't my guy. You know, and everybody, oh, you were just a Jordan fan. You just yes, I was a Jordan fan. but let's put some stuff out here for this. Okay, so he's saying because of the 3-1 victory, coming back and winning, that's what makes him go. Now, so let's get serious about it. So LeBron has one back-to-back where he won championships back-to-back. He has one of those. So let's take a look at a couple people. So Michael Jeffrey Jordan never lost in the finals. He never played a game 7 in the finals. Has 6 rings. Now, Michael Jordan played from 1984 to 2003. Now, in 1993, he retired for the first time. We won't get into that, but he retired for the first time. But before he retired, he had 3 rings that he won back to back to back. When he came back in 1995, he won 3 rings back to back to back. Only player in NBA history to do that, to win twice, to go to three-peat twice. Only player in history to do that in the NBA. Kobe Bryant won 5 championships. Kobe Bryant in 2000 to 2002 he won 3 championships. He won back to back to back, right? Then in 2009, 2010 he won back to back championships. So LeBron. Now here's the thing with both Kobe and Jordan. They did it with the same team. They didn't go team jumping. Mike didn't leave till he was getting ready to retire. Kobe didn't leave. You know what I'm saying? So they did everything they did with one team. I'm sorry. See, you got to forgive me, y'all. I'm trying to stay.
We understand.
I'm trying to stay.
Be fair.
Be fair.
We understand.
But Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant did it with one team. Not one, just one. They didn't go chasing rings. What do you got to say there?
I'm gonna give LeBron a break on the first time he left Cleveland because Dan Gilbert didn't build that team the way he wanted to. I understand that.
Okay.
He should have stayed in Miami.
Yep.
Had he stayed in Miami, the man played in 10 finals. Had he stayed in Miami, he might have won 5 or 6. He would have then he could stay the case. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, okay, you gonna say you're the greatest? That's on you. That's on you. But you're really the second GOAT, okay?
Second? No, who? I'm sorry. Now see. Look what Darryl did. See what he did? I tried, but Darryl had to say second GOAT. Dude, one of them two. I'm sorry. If you say Michael Jordan is the GOAT, I'll be like, okay. If you say Kobe Bryant is the GOAT, I'll say, okay. I'll be okay with one of them two as 1 and 2. LeBron would be the, and I'm going to say it really sparingly, the third. Although I got a son that'll be upset for me saying that because Daniel like to come like LeBron, but maybe the third, but I'm thinking about 4 other people off the top of my head right now that I would put it at that. LeBron, if so, one of these days we're gonna do the best, the top 10 or top 15 players of all time at that position, and believe you me, LeBron will be on there. But I can promise you, he'll be in the top 10. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it even more fair. I'm gonna put him on Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Reason I said it because he passed Kareem as the highest all-time
Well,
scorer.
he done played 75 years.
Right, I get that. Again, okay, you came back 3-1. Okay, Ray Allen made a shot. Had those two not happened, right now, buddy, you'd be 3-7 in the finals. Okay, had Jordan not retired, he had a chance to win 8 championships.
Yes, sir.
If he'd been 8-0, there's really no conversation.
Wouldn't even no conversation.
Who's to go then? There's no conversation. Period.
And he literally, Mike, if it hadn't been for that, well, we ain't gonna get into why he had to retire. But if it hadn't been for that little part of it, I honestly think Mike would have won all his championships in a row.
He would probably win 8.
Cause he left he when he left he had won 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Left for a couple years, came back and won 3 more in a row. We can't say it, but who's to say he wouldn't have won in them 2? And then that would have been
Right.
7, 8 in a row.
And there's no conversation.
So I'm sorry.
There's no conversation.
I'm sorry.
None.
All right, you guys. We're gonna take a little break here, and we're gonna come back at you guys with some American League Central. Who's in the American League Central there?
Tigers.
We're gonna come back with a little Tiger action. So we'll be back after these messages. Oh, like I said, I'll say it again. This is one of our messages. We have our YouTube. It's Reg&Darryl Sports Talk. Our handle is RD Sports Talkers. It's RD Sports Talkers. All right, you guys. See you in a second.